All right, so we are back with another Champions League opened up. We are going to go through this. I'm going to use this first little video. Hopefully it's a little bit quicker, but I'll use this to cover my teams and whatnot so that the other video we can hopefully prevent my computer or prevent Nox player from crashing like it always does. I'm going to try and speed up the videos that we do on that just because it's a little annoying to me, and it's just, again, uploading 30-minute videos takes quite a bit for YouTube. But regardless, if you're new to the Champions League, the goal is it's literally 3 PvP matches in a row. You just need to win 2 out of the 3. So it's a little bit different because you have to use a total of 12 Astromon, 15 Astromon on your defense team because you have hidden Astromon. And also as an attacker, you have to use 12 Astromon to take that on. So again, you only have to win 2 out of 3 battles. So one problem I see with a lot of defense teams is people always stack their one team with their best Astromon, and then the rest are kind of not good. So just remember that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And as a final advice to you guys, remember, crowd control is king, and spreading out that crowd control can get you a long way on your defense teams. You guys have definitely seen me, not too often, but I can struggle against people who have put a lot of time into the Astromons and have the Astromons that are lit. Now, this doesn't mean that if you are brand new to the game, you can't compete in this stuff necessarily. Yes, you won't have the Astromon pool, let's say like I do, and other old players, especially players who are willing to spend the money to roll in the gacha machine for whatever reason they want to do that for. You're not at a disadvantage. Again, you will be playing against people in your own bracket. As you climb that bracket, however, you will eventually run into people who have more and more, better and better Astromon. So that's kind of the gist of it. The other thing is Astromon get banned each time. So this time around we have Water Nightmare, we have Light Odin, and Fire Valkyrie who are banned. So you cannot use those Astromon in your defense teams. The last thing I will cover is talking about my defense party. Again, my defense party here is nothing special, okay? Do not use my defense team that you see here as a base of what you should be doing. This is literally as a joke. I do not care about this team at all. It was thrown together. It does not mean anything. It does not defend against anything. I get attacked quite often, and I lose quite often, and that's perfectly fine. I'm fine with that. But just know and understand that my team is doing nothing here. I have no thought process going on in here. I put some Astromon down, and if they win, they win. If they don't, they don't. Okay, but just know that this doesn't that my team does not have any thought behind it, because I don't care whether I win or lose my defense parties. I really don't. This is where I get the bulk of my points, and this is how we will be climbing up in here. So the last part of this video is I'm going to talk about my team, okay? My team is thought out, though. My team is something that is not the greatest. However, I see more success with this team than I do not success. However, that doesn't mean it doesn't have its caveats. My team is also built for PvE, not PvP. So a lot of these Astromon don't have high resist on them. They don't have things to prevent them from being taunted, etc., etc. And if you guys watch my daily videos when we get to the arena, again, I have a glass cannon build anyway. I like just blowing up the other team, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I think that's the better way to even trying to take arena serious in this game. You're still getting your rewards whether you win or lose, right? It's just how many gems are you wanting to get for free at the end of the week, and that's really what it will boil down to. And eventually, you get high enough, you do get little frames for your character portrait. But again, that's not really what matters to me. So let's talk about the team though, and why I have it set up the way I do. First round doesn't matter. So when I talked about it before, don't put your eggs in one basket. If someone has put all their hardest hitting or best Astromon in this row, but their row 2 or their round 2 and round 3 are weak as hell, then don't care about their first round. Literally put your best Astromon in here to fight and take out the other 2 and get your wins, right? You can easily avoid somebody's best 4 Astromon, 5 Astromon they put up here and go fight their weaker ones and still get a victory in the Champions League. So keep that in mind. However, the Astromon that I have built here, generally speaking, give me the victory no matter where I go. So if I lose this first round, I'm guaranteed to pretty much win the bottom two. Again, as I climb up and I fight more and more people, that's not necessarily going to be the case. But just keep that in mind that I have the Astromon in the team composition to be able to not have to change this out too often, okay? As it stands, though, first row, Yuki with her SP up, she's going to either get a stun off or she's going to hit really hard. We fixed her gems, so she should be critting as well on this. So the idea here is, again, to get a stun off with Yuki as best as possible, okay? And I will cover her gems, and I won't do this for every one of them, but just so you guys can see, she's low health, but she has over 10,000 attack, and she has the 2 stun chances. Now, if you are going into the Dragon's Dungeon and you're like, man, these Pugilist gems, I don't know when they'd be useful. Here's when they are useful. I have a full set of it. This is a 20% chance to stun on its own. This does not add up for the shock value. Do not calculate this with your shock. So this does not mean I have a 100% chance to shock. Do not calculate it like that, because that is not how it works. This gem has a 20% chance to stun by itself. So I am running a full crowd control build with my Yuki. I'm trying my damnedest to make sure that they are stunned, okay? And the gems are what you expect. They're attack percent, crit rate percent, and another attack percent. I want her doing as much damage as possible. And so you can see the substats as well. They're hard to really boil out for this, but that is crit rate plus 27% on her. Crit damage here is all that matters. The HP is good for PvP, but it's kind of meh. And then the crit damage and the resist is all that I care about. The defense, okay, you could argue it with me, but it still doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. My Yuki will still go down. So those are the gems I'm rocking on her, okay? And the rest of them are just for straight up damage. My Victoria has has Valor set on her to increase her damage. She's here for the defense down and the damage output. Fire Victoria here is here for the crowd control and for her taunt. And Yuki is in here for the SP Siphon. And I will talk about the importance of these last 3 Astromons here after I cover everything else. My Dark Persephone needs no introduction, and I don't need to tell you what her gems are because she is built how you build her. Attack percent, and a crit rate if you must. But straight up, she's just there to do damage. That's it. There's nothing else to her. Mini Tina is in here to help build SP for my Astromon. So again, looking at abilities, morale boost gives 10% of my allies SP when attacking. So she's just going to build up everybody's special, and that's great. And Elemental Edge here, when she gets her special up, she is going to hit like a truck because she's going to act like she's super effective to anything. So this whole team here, once Mini Tina gets her ability up, she's going to hit like a truck because she's going to be as if she was a Wood Astromon to Water Odin, a Fire Astromon to, well, what's this guy's name? I forget. It's on the tip of my tongue. But you get my point. So she's still going to hit hard. And again, same thing with my Dark Fenrir. She is just going to hit like a truck. So she is here specifically to pick up the pieces that are left behind from my Dark Persephone. And you will see that when we fight this team. And then the 3 down here. So this is kind of my last resort team. This is if shit hits the fan for me. My Dark Mona, once again, is going to pick off anything that is easy to kill down here. She hits like a truck as well. My Hanahime is in here as my only recovery Astromon because, again, this is my last resort. She will heal and keep the team alive. That is the hope for her. My Fire Yuki is only in here for the fire damage towards Wood Astromon and the defense down chance. So, again, looking at your skills and thinking about them, I'd rather have the 70% and the 60% chance to get the defense down for her. She is not booked, but I'd rather have that going for her. So now let's talk about the 3 Astromon here in the last slot. In SP Siphon, or in the SP Arena and the SP that you get in here. So every time they get their Astromon, they're going to have full SP bars. In Champions League, you want to make sure one Astromon that you are running has SP Siphon on them. SP Siphon is a great ability. I've talked about it in my dailies a lot. I talk about it in these Champions League videos, but this cannot be stressed enough. in both defense and offense, this SP Siphon can be a godsend because this gets rid of the hidden Astramon's ability to attack us, okay? Or excuse me, use their skill. So this prevents, let's say, Fire Drakkar coming out and just bombarding you. This prevents a Light Yuki coming out and doing exactly what I am doing right here, and that's her coming out and stunning my whole party. So it is imperative to run an SP Siphon Astramon like this because you will then control the flow of the battle when their hidden Astramon comes out. And again, watch my Champions League. You will see how I play this, how I play every time out there. Again, you don't have to run this, but you trust me, you will have a better time in Arena if you are able to build one of the SP Siphon Astramons in the game. So this is Dark Yuki, Light Verde, and Fire Mona. Now, again, for those of you at home, you might not be able to follow exactly what I'm doing because 2 out of the 3 Astramon out of here are, you have to wait for one of them to be on a Rebirth Festival. You have to summon one through the gacha, which is easier to do, and I will explain that. And the third one here is the hardest to obtain, and that is Dark Yuki. Dark Yuki you can only get through whether or not the developers give us a light or dark selection ticket, or so there's 3 ways: light and dark selection ticket, which is few and far between from the developers. Summon her out of a legendary light dark egg or a light dark egg that you have, get lucky and summon her out of that, or pay for her. So when they pull this out for Super Evolution festivals that we get, they usually put her out there for like 40 bucks. So this is unfortunately an Astramon that you have to play the gacha machine pretty hard to get it through the developers or pay the developers for. So Dark Yuki is just that. Unfortunately, you're not going to get around to this Astramon anytime soon. Light Verde is the Rebirth 4-star Astramon. This has come around very. She comes around very often, and you guys will always hear me talk about it on the daily. You see me talk about it all year long. When Verde comes out, I tell you guys for arena purposes to pull for Light Verde. And again, I'm only giving 3 examples here. There are other examples, but these are the three that I use and that I kind of promote, okay? The last one and the easiest one to get is Mona, and you can get Mona like when you guys go summon for the Heroes Festival or whatever. You'll pretty much summon a Fire Mona, okay? She is easy to build. You can easily go out to the Pagos Coast to then capture Mona to get her Evolution 3, and she has a Super Evolution, okay? I do not have my Fire Mona here Super Evolved, but she is there for that. So, again, if you are looking for your budget SP Siphon Astramon for Arena, you're looking at her. Go get Fire Mona, and at least this way you have one to utilize in not only the Arena Special League that's going on right now, and utilizing her for these Champion Leagues on here. So, again, as a recap for this, just as a quick little thing, again, first team, just trying to do as much damage and get through it, and then siphoning out whoever comes out. Second team, same thing. My middle team wins more times than it loses, so this is the team that's going to win most of the time, okay? That will be my 2 battles, and I will be done. I win and I move on. If I lose the top one, or if I win the top one, lose the middle one, or vice versa, whatever, I have my last resort set up here to be able to go in and hopefully get secure the win. So again, this is not the perfect team, but this team composition can easily be crafted and utilized with different Astramon who do exactly the same here. This is just what I have. And you'll see during the Champions League, I'll swap in and out or change things, etc., etc. So this video's gone on long enough as kind of my intro to Champions League matches. I'm going to go get recording that, and we'll jump right in that. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments and questions, I will try my best to answer them in the bottom. Just remember, I'm not an expert at this. This is what I do, and it works. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.